My beloved child, I know you are lost. I see the bewilderment in my soul, indefinitely footsteps and worries. I feel like I'm walking on a hazy road. I don't know where to stop, nor do I know what direction to go. But remember that, even in the deepest dark night, my light always exists to lead your child. Do you know, sometimes when I am lost is the moment I find myself? Because in that vague, I will see clearly what is really important and what is just fleeting. I want you to understand that disorientation is not an end, but a new start, an opportunity for me to discover what I have never thought of. We have seen desperate souls who collapsed on the thorny path of life. But it is when you are the weakest, I will be the strength for you. It is when you no longer know how to walk, I will lead your steps. Maybe you are wondering, what should I do next? How to get rid of this deadlock? The answer is always in my heart, where we have planted the seeds of hope and love. Be quiet, listen, and you will hear my whisper in your soul. I want you to remember that failure is not an end, but just a lesson. Every turn on the road of life carries a meaning, an opportunity for children to learn and grow. Do not be afraid of wrong, because they are the bricks that build your wisdom. When you feel lost, stop for a bit. Take a deep breath and pray. Let your soul quiet in my unconditional love. When you put your faith in me, all vague will become clear. I will open for you new doors, take you to places I have never thought of. You don't need to understand everything right now. Sometimes the path we lead the child will be full of toughness and challenges, but believe that all difficulties have its reasons. I am training children so that they become stronger, more consistent, and prepared for great blessings ahead. Do not let the disparaging words or doubts of others make the falter. I was born with a noble purpose, and only children can realize that mission. Remember, I chose you from before you were born, and no one could take what I had set for you. Dear children, continue with faith and hope. Let my love illuminate the path, and when you feel lost, just call my name. I will be there to lead you, to remind you that you are never alone. Stand up, move forward. My journey has not ended, and the miracle is waiting for you ahead. You just need to trust and walk in my light. When you feel disoriented, it is not a sign of failure, but an invitation to explore yourself. Sometimes the familiar road becomes obscure so that I can see the new paths that I have never noticed before. I want you to know that in that way, there is a deep meaning waiting for you to explore. Look at my life when I was in the world. There are times when we have to walk on a difficult and challenging path, facing misunderstandings and betrayal. But it is in those times that seem to be disoriented. The meaning of our mission becomes more clear than ever. We come to bring light to the world, to redeem humanity, and to love unconditionally. Also, when I feel lost, it is an opportunity for me to discover the profound meaning of my life. You are not a failure, nor is it useless. I am a special creation, born with sacred and noble purpose. And sometimes, in order to understand that meaning, you need to step out of your safe area, accept vague, and dare to face the fears inside. I know there are days when you feel motivated, as if all efforts became meaningless. I wonder if it is worth the walk. But remember, even if you don't see the road ahead, I'm still leading you every step. You don't need to see the whole picture to continue trusting me. Let me tell you about your shepherd and flock. When a lamb lost, the shepherd did not abandon it, but patiently searched until he found it. And when he was found, he was happy to carry it on his shoulder, bringing it back to the flock. Also, when you feel lost, I will never abandon you. I will look for children, lead me, and bring me back to my unconditional love. You may be walking on a bumpy road, facing challenges that I cannot anticipate. But remember, there is no difficulty that you face alone. I am accompanying you, even though you don't see me. Put your faith in me, and you will see the power of love and patience. In straying, I will learn lessons about humility and patience. I will realize that sometimes it is important not to be fast or slow, but whether I go in the right direction or not. Do not compare your journey to others, because each person has a private mission and path. I have set your child's path before you are born, and no one can change that other than myself. Stop a little, my beloved son. Be quiet and listen to us. When my soul becomes quiet, I will feel my presence. You will hear my whisper in the wind, in the sound of waves, and in the peace of nature. I always talk to you, but only when you are quiet you can listen. Do not rush to find answers to all your problems. Sometimes the stray is the way we teach children patiently and trust. Believe that everything has its time, and I will open the path for you when that time comes. I know there are days when I feel that I am not strong enough, not talented enough, not valuable enough. But look at my hands, the hands that have been crucified for loving children. I am worth more than what I can imagine. You are created according to my image, and you carry a part of me. Never doubt my own value, because you are a priceless gift that I have given this world. When you feel lost, remember that you always belong to me. Wherever you go, no matter what you do, my love for you never changes. I have loved you before you know me, and that love will last forever. Stand up, my dear. Keep walking with faith and hope. Let the stray become an opportunity for children to discover themselves and find deep meaning in life. I will be here, beside you, leading me through all difficulties and challenges. Believe that even in the darkest moments, my light still shines on you. And when you find your way, I will realize that all lost is its meaning. It helps you stronger, wiser, and become the person I want you to become. I know there are days when I feel that everything seems to collapse before my eyes. I stood in the middle of the stream of life pushing. My heart was filled with confusion and fear. I wonder if there is a way out for me, whether there is any miracle to save me from this lost. But remember, even if you don't see the way, I still see it, and I am leading you with my unconditional love. Do you know the greatest power does not come from wealth or power, but from faith? When hostage, I will see miracles. Faith can turn lost into a journey to find yourself. It can turn difficulties that cannot be overcome into valuable lessons. And above all, faith will help me see the light even in the deepest darkness. Remember the story of the sick woman for 12 years. She tried everything but could not cure the illness until she put her faith in us and touched our shirts. It was that belief that saved her from persistent illness. Also, when you put your faith in me, I will see things that cannot become possible. You may be facing failures, losses, or deep pain in the soul. But don't let those things fall. Stand up and believe that I am working in my life, even though you don't see it right now. I am clearing your way, preparing better things than I imagined. Do not let fear and suspicion occupy your mind. Let the belief fill your heart. When you trust me, you will have the power to walk on the path I have set for you. I will have the courage to face all difficulties and overcome all challenges. When you feel disoriented, find me in prayer. Share all your feelings and worries to me. I listen to you, and I will respond to you with peace in my soul. Do not be afraid to confess our weaknesses, because in that weakness, our strength will become complete. Look up, my beloved child. Let your eyes look towards me. Don't look at the immediate difficulties. When you focus on me, all fears will disappear, and I will see the road ahead more clearly. I have planned your life before you are born, and everything I do has a good purpose. We know the journey to find the direction is not easy. There will be times when you feel tired and want to give up. But remember that, when you feel the weakest, I will be the strength for you. It is when you no longer have the ability to walk, I will hold you on my loving hands. Let the belief become the light that illuminates the path. Do not be afraid of darkness, because our light is always stronger than any black night. Remember, I'm not alone. I am always here, lead and protect you in every step. You don't need to understand everything that happens in my life. Sometimes the stray is the way I help you learn how to entrust and trust me. Believe that every challenge has its meaning, and we are using these difficulties to train children to become stronger and more consistent. Do not worry about tomorrow, because I am there and prepare all the good things for you. Live your best today with faith and hope. Step with courage, because I will never let you face hard. I love you, and that love never changes. Whether you are lost or weak, I am always beside you. I will never give up you, because you are my son, whom I have chosen and loved before forever. Stand up, my beloved son. Let the belief lead you on the way to find yourself. Let me be the light in your darkness, the hope in despair, And when you find your way, I will realize that all lost is its meaning. I will continue to guide you, will continue to love and protect you. Let your beliefs become your strength so that you can overcome all difficulties and find peace in your soul. Dear, when I feel disoriented, it is not an end, but an invitation to me to find myself. In life full of hustle and pressure, children are easily caught up in the definitions of others about success, happiness, and their own values. I gradually forgot who I was, forgetting what I was created for. But I want you to know that your value is not in status, property, or external achievements. The value of the child lies in the people themselves, a creature that we love and choose from before, forever. Whether you fail, whether you are weak or lost, that does not reduce your value in my eyes. Do you remember the story of a peasant's son? He was lost, spent wasting property, and fell into misery. But when he returned, his father did not blame but spread his arms to welcome him with unconditional love. Also, no matter how far you go, I always wait for you to return to love never changed. You don't need to be perfect for me to love you. You do not need to prove yourself to deserve my love. Because I love you not because of what you have, but for the people. You are an invaluable treasure that I have created with good love and intentions. I know there are times when you feel that I am not good enough, not talented enough, or not worthy of anything. I look at others and compare itself, then feel inferior. But remember, you are created in a unique way. You don't need to be like anyone else because you are perfect in the way I want you to become. Please stop running after the world's standards. Do not let others determine your child's value. Look in the mirror and see that you are my image, my part on this land. Nothing can change that truth, whether you are successful or fail, whether you are loved or denied. Dear, I know there are deep wounds in my heart, wounds due to judgment, rejection, or words that hurt me. Maybe I heard so many criticisms that I believe I am worthless. But today, I want you to know that all the negative words are lies. I have created you with good love and intention. I know every hair on my head, knowing all my thoughts and emotions. And whether you are weak or wrong, I still love you like the beginning. My love for you does not depend on what you do, but only based on the fact that you are my son. Let me heal the wounds in your soul. Let us delete words that hurt children and replace it with the truth about the value of the child. You are not my mistakes. You are not failures or weaknesses. You are the one that I love unconditionally, whom we are willing to sacrifice the whole life to redeem. Stop blaming yourself for the past. Do not let the past detain you in pain and regret. I forgive me, and I want you to learn how to forgive myself. You don't need to burden the burden of sin because I have replaced you on the cross. Let go of all the pressure to become perfect. Live true to yourself and find peace in our love. You do not need to hide weaknesses or defects because I accept you as you are. It is in your weakness that my strength will be fully expressed. I may be feeling lost, but I will never be abandoned. I am always here waiting for my back to return. Let me lead you on the journey to find myself so that you can realize that your value is not in what you do, but in the people itself. Let my love become the foundation for your own value. Do not seek recognition from others because I have recognized children for forever. Do not let the success or failure determine your value because that value never changes in my eyes. Look at the cross and see that you are so worthy of me who are ready to sacrifice my life to redeem you. Nothing is more valuable than the child in my eyes, and nothing can be separated from my love. Dear children, stand up and walk with the confidence that you are my son, the person I love and choose. Stop looking for external values, but find it in our love. When I understand my true value, I will no longer feel lost or indefinitely. Come back to me and you will find peace and the purpose of real life. I love you and I will never give up you. Let me be the source of your strength and hope on the journey to find myself. I know you are scared. I see the anxiety in my soul, the long nights I am awake because of the uncertain future. There are times when I feel like everything is against me, and I wonder if I have enough strength to overcome. But remember that I was with you before you fear, and I will never leave you in the most difficult times. Fear is natural, but don't let it imprison you. Do not let fear control your life and make you give up the dream I put in your heart. Remember, you don't have to fight alone. I am fighting beside you, and to me, nothing is impossible. Do you know even the most powerful people have been scared? Remember when we are in the garden of the lounge, when we feel the pain and fear of the cross are waiting, but we prayed and entrusted everything to the Heavenly Father. It is in weakness that we find the strength from the Father and the courage to face the cross. Also, when you face fear, come to me in prayer, falling all anxiety, all fears in your heart in front of me. I listen to you, and I will give you peace beyond all knowledge. When you entrust everything to me, you will see the burden on your shoulders become softer. Dear, fear is not the most scary enemy. It is the lack of faith that makes me fall. When you trust me, fear will lose its power. I will have the power to walk on the storm, as Peter did when he looked up at me instead of looking at the storm around. Stop a little and think about what you are afraid of. Are you afraid of failure, fear of rejection, or fear of loss of something important? But ask yourself, what is the worst thing that can happen? No matter what happens, you still have me by my side, and I will turn every difficulty into a good thing for you. Do not let the fear of preventing you from walking on the path that I have prepared for you. Do not let negative thoughts overwhelm the belief in my heart. Remember, I have won the world, and you will also win when you walk in faith in me. Faculty of your child's fear in a courageous way. Do not escape or deny it, but admit and bring it in front of us. I will help you see it not as scary as I thought. When you face fear with faith and trust, you will find strength beyond all difficulties. Dear, I know you feel weak and helpless by the difficulties you are surrounding. But in that weakness, our strength will be fully expressed. You don't need to be strong alone, because I am fighting for you. Let me carry your burden and give you peace in my soul. Remember, there is no big challenge for us. There is no difficulty that can beat you when you walk in my power. Do not be afraid of failure, because failure does not define you. Failure is only part of the journey of maturity and find the true meaning of life. Stand up and walk in the courage that I give you. Do not let the past detain you in fear and regret. Let go of all the burden and enter the future with hope. I have prepared good things for you, and nothing can stop my plan for your life. Dear, remember that I am always with you, no matter what circumstances you are. Although I feel lonely or abandoned, I am still there, holding my hand and leading you through all difficulties. I do not have to face fear alone, because I am the one who protects and protects you. Believe that we have the power to turn all fears into peace, turning all difficulties into opportunities for children to grow up. When you put my faith in me, I will see things that seem impossible to become possible. I will walk on the storm and overcome all obstacles. Let fear become the motivation for you to find me and find the strength in my love. Let me be the source of your child in all circumstances. I love you, and that love will never fade. My beloved child, I know there are times when my life is in darkness. There are days when I feel despair. Every door seems to close before my eyes. I am tired and exhausted when trying to find a way out of the difficulties. I wonder if the light will exist in the middle of this endless black night. But I want you to know that, no matter how dense the darkness is, my light always shines. There was no black night that Bin Min could not come. There is no pain that our love cannot heal. We are the light of the world, and we come to bring hope to the broken souls. Remember when I was on the cross, everything seemed to be over. The whole world enveloped the darkness, and people thought that death had won. But that's not the end. 3 days later, we resurrected, carrying victory over sin and death. Also, in my life, the darkness is not the end. It was just the beginning of a new life, a new hope when I put my faith in me. Do you feel broken when your dreams turn off? Do you find yourself lost amid challenges without escape? I want you to know that there is no meaningless suffering when you give it to me. I will turn all my tears into joy, and all your wounds will become evidence for my healing. I am not alone in my pain. I used to cry when my friends died. I used to feel abandoned when crying on the cross. Father, why do you leave me? I have experienced all the pain that you are facing, and I understand your feelings better than anyone else. But in suffering, we have found the strength to fulfill the redemption mission. Also, in suffering, I will find the strength to grow and become stronger. Dear, let my pain become an opportunity for me to come closer to me. Do not try to bear everything alone. Bring all your burden to me and let me comfort you. I will dry all my tears and give you peace beyond all knowledge. I know you are looking for hope in the darkness. I feel lost and indefinitely when everything around you collapses. But remember that your hope is not in the surrounding situation, but lies in me, who never changes. Although heaven and earth pass, our words are still eternal. Believe that I have a good plan for your life, even though you haven't seen it right now. Remember that the tree suffers from storms to be able to take root deeply and become solid. Also, the difficulties that you are facing will help you grow and stronger in faith. Let your hope be placed in me, the one who has won death and brings eternal life. Do not look at the temporary circumstances and lose faith in us. Look up at me, and I will see the light that reflects the way for you to continue. Dear, don't give up. No matter what circumstances you are, remember that I am fighting on behalf of you. All challenges that I face are not out of my control. I know you may feel weak and helpless, but it is in that weakness that my power will be fully expressed. When you feel tired and exhausted, rest in my love. Let me hug your child and give you peace that the world cannot give. I'm here, right with you, whether you feel lonely or abandoned. Let my light look for your child in the dark. Let me hope I become the strength for you to continue, even though you don't know what is waiting ahead. I was there, preparing all the good things for you. I know you are trying to find the meaning and purpose for my life, but everything seems meaningless. I feel empty whether everything in my hand, or I feel failed when all my efforts do not bring the expected results. I wondered, who am I? What do we live for? Son, I want you to know that you are not coincidentally or meaningless. I am miraculously created and have a clear purpose. Right before the child was formed in the womb, I knew you, and I had a plan for my life. The child was born not just to survive, but to live a meaningful and influential life. Maybe I'm feeling vague about myself because I am looking at the way others judge you instead of listening to the call from me. I am trying to match the standards of society, friends, or even my own family. But children, my value is not in what you do or what others think about you. My value lies in my own child. I am my son and the priceless child in my eyes. Do not look for your recognition or value in this world because it is all temporary. Fame, money, or power will never fill your heart. Only we can fill the emptiness in my heart because you are created to connect with me. When you find me, you will find yourself and the true purpose of life. Do you know why you feel lost? Because I am trying to determine the meaning and purpose of life without asking me, the creator of you. When I buy a phone, I will go to the manufacturer to know how to use and maintain it. Also, when you seek the meaning of life, you should come to me, because I am the one who created you and knows you better than anyone else. I have put in your heart the unique dreams and talents. No one can do what I have planned for you. Whether you feel trivial or useless, remember that you are created for a noble purpose. Every wound, every failure, every experience in my life is part of my plan to make you into a person I want you to become. Do not compare yourself to others because you are not created to become a copy of anyone. You are unique, and I love you because of that unique. Focus on your journey, and don't let jealousy fade away the purpose I have planned for you. Dear, when you feel lost, find me. Come to me with all sincerity, and I will show you the path to go. Listen to my voice in the silence of your soul, and you will hear my instructions. I will open the way for you when you put my faith in me. Maybe you are wondering how to find your purpose of life. Start by loving and serving others. We have come to the world not to be served, but to serve and sacrifice for many people. Also, I will find the meaning of life when I am willing to give away without looking back. Look around you. There are many people who need love, help, and hope. You can become my hands and feet on this earth to bring healing and joy to them. When I live for others, I will find the true meaning of my life. But first, you need to love yourself by seeing myself through my eyes. Do not blame yourself or hate yourself for past mistakes. I have forgiven you, and you also need to forgive myself. Let the past pass and move on with new hope. Dear, do you know, even if you feel that I fail or useless, I still see the infinite potential in you. I don't look at what you have done wrong. but I look at what you can become. I have put in the strength to overcome all challenges and become the person I have set. Be the courage to step out of your safe area and pursue the dreams that I have put in your heart. Do not be afraid of failure, because failure is just a step on the way to success. When you stumble, stand up and continue walking, because I am always with you, support me, and lead you on the journey to find myself. Believe that your life is meaningful and great value. Do not let anyone or any circumstances make you doubt it. I am miraculously created and have a clear purpose. Live hard and love wholeheartedly, because it is the deepest meaning of life. I know you have experienced many storms in my life. There are times when life is unexpectedly coming, swept away all your plans and hope. I feel like the vast sea of life, not knowing where to cling. Fear, anxiety, and despair make me feel lonely and helpless. But children, even when the storm is most intense, I'm still here with you. I know all the pain and insecurity in my heart. I saw the tears that had cried in the dark. I feel despair when I screamed in silence, looking forward to a way out. And I want you to know that you are not alone. I am right next to me, ready to spread my arms to hug me and give me peace. Remember when we and the disciples on the boat between the Galilee? The big storm emerged. The intense waves made the boat wobble. The disciples panicked, thinking that they would die. But I stood up and rebuked the storm. Be quiet. Immediately the wind stopped. The sea was as quiet as the sheet. Also in my life, I have the power to quietly all storms. When you put my faith in me, I will find peace between all difficulties. Dear, do you know why the disciples are scared? Because they just look at the storms around and forget that we are with them on the boat. Also, when you only look at challenges and difficulties, I will easily be engulfed in anxiety and fear. But if you look at me and believe that I am with you with all storms, you will find peace in my heart. Do not be scared when thunderstorms emerge, because we are the creator of heaven and earth and the sea. There is no big challenge for us, and there is no problem that we cannot solve. I have won death, and I have the power in all situations in my life. Whether you are facing illnesses, financial difficulties, loss of relatives, or any other challenges, remember that we are controlling everything. Give all your burden and anxiety to me. Do not carry themselves, because they will exhaust and disoriented. Come to my side and I will give you a rest in peace. Let us become your safe shelter amid every storm of life. Dear, when you feel tired and exhausted, stop and rest in my love. Do not try to follow the meaningless things or seek temporary comfort in this world. Nothing in this world can bring real peace to my soul other than me. I do not promise that you will not have difficulty or challenges in life, but I promise that I will always be with you, help you overcome all difficulties, and give you the strength to face every storm. When you are weak, it is my power that will be fully expressed. Remember, after every storm, it will be bright again. Also, after all challenges, you will find the peace and joy that I have prepared for you. Do not give up hope, because I am working in my life, even though you don't see or feel it. When you feel scared and insecure, talk to me. Pray and share all your worries for me. I always listen and understand everything in my heart. I will give you peace beyond all understanding and help you stand firm among every thunderstorm. Believe that all challenges you are facing are purposeful. We are using them to train faith and build patience in children. Be persistent and patient, because all suffering is only temporary, but the glory that I will receive is eternal. Dear, don't give up. Be consistent in faith and believe that I am fighting for you. All difficulties are temporary, and I have prepared better for you. Maintain hope and walk in the peace that I give you. My life can be full of storms and challenges, but I have me, your Savior. Put absolute trust in me, and you will never get lost. Let me become a safe hiding place for you and give you true peace. Dear children, I have come to the world to give you life and life. Do not let any circumstances rob the peace and joy that I have for you. Live my best and love wholeheartedly, because you are my son and the priceless child in my eyes. Remember, no matter how intense thunderstorms, I am always here with you. I never leave you, and I will lead you to overcome all difficulties. Take my hand and walk in peace and hope. My beloved, thank you for coming to me, even when your heart is broken, desperate, or broken. Thank you for not turning away but choosing to come to me with all your sincerity and weakness. I have listened to your every prayer, every silent sigh. I understand the pain and emptiness you carry. Thank you for having the courage to open your heart and listen to me, even when you sometimes do not fully understand the meaning of my words. Thank you for trusting in my love and guidance, even when you do not see the light at the end of the tunnel. You have chosen to put your trust in me, and that touches me deeply. My beloved, know that I have been and will always be with you. I have seen every tear you shed and heard every pain in your heart. Nothing about you has escaped my loving eyes. I promise to heal all your wounds, to turn your pain into strength and your failures into new beginnings. I will give you the peace the world cannot give, and I will fill the void in your heart with my everlasting love. Walk in peace and hope, my beloved. No matter how great the storm, know that I am with you, guiding you through every difficulty. You are never alone, for you belong to me, and I love you with an unconditional love. Go in peace, my beloved. Be strong and courageous, for your future is in my hands. I have prepared the best for you. Thank you very much for taking the time to listen to the loving message from God's message today. We hope that these words have brought you peace, hope, and strength to overcome all challenges in life. If you feel encouraged and want to spread this message to more people, please click like to support, share to share the peace, and subscribe to the God's Message Today channel so you don't miss out on meaningful messages in the future. Each of your subscriptions and shares not only helps the channel grow, but also helps many other souls find comfort and encouragement in difficult times. That is also how you are spreading love and hope to the community. Thank you for joining us on our journey to spread God's message. May God bless everyone with peace and blessings, soothe the pain, and bring hope to weary souls. May God give peace to everyone. Amen.